Amazon appears to be going aggressively after Shein and Temu on price. According to Reuters, by way of the information, Amazon is imposing severe price caps on what merchants can charge for their products on a new low-cost storefront that the e-commerce giant is preparing to launch. The company's price limits include $8 for jewelry, $13 for guitars, and this one blows my mind, $20 for sofas. Not sure what that
Right.
sofa is made out of.
That's a
If
great
it's like
point.
the croissant lamp sofa that we were talking about a few weeks ago in the lightning round, okay. But anyway, according to the information's report, which cited messages from Amazon to merchants and included a list of 700 items, Amazon plans to ship orders to U.S. customers directly from a facility in Guangdong, China. Did I say that right?
Yeah, you
Guangdong,
did. You
China?
nailed it.
Okay. All
You're
right.
good
The
enough,
report
is what
said.
I'd say.
All right. Adding that it was also planning to charge sellers lower fulfillment fees for items sold through the new storefront. Chris, why do you think Amazon is getting so aggressive on price against Temu and Shein?
Ooh, starting off hot, Ann. All right.
I am. I am.
Yeah. I think because they're eating. I think they're eating into Amazon's business. I mean, they have to be. You've seen
Right.
all the recent numbers bear that out. You see the number of app downloads in the U.S. Like the number of them is insane. Amazon's online store sales rose just 5% in the last quarter, which slowed down from a 7% increase in the previous quarter. So in the first quarter of this year. So, but more importantly, I think the other piece of this is it's actually a strategic assault on Amazon's e-commerce turf. Like Amazon
Ooh.
has been known as the low price leader. And like we've talked about on this show, consumers gravitate to the offering that gives them the lowest price, which Temu and Shein are now effectively doing. So then I have to ask, the question for me is, what are the implications of this? The question I have to ask then, Ann, is can they actually win this pricing war in this way? I don't know that they can at this point because Shein and
Ooh.
Temu are pretty entrenched with consumers. Amazon's just trying to start up this new, kind of format in this vein or this storefront in this vein. So I don't know that they're going to make a lot of inroads here. I think that this part of the business might be lost forever, especially until we know how regulation is going to continue to impact this direct to factory way of
Yeah.
doing e-commerce as well. But what do you think?
Well, Chris, but I guess my question too is like, I assume we're talking the same manufacturers. I mean, from my experience
I
ordering
would
from
assume
Temu and
so.
Shein, like,
Yeah.
are is Amazon asking these manufacturers to make further concessions for Amazon than they are for Temu and Shein? Or is this like this is just standard across the board? Like they're already doing this, so it's going to be fine. Like that to me doesn't make sense. Like these factories already have these longstanding relationships with Shein and Temu, and just because Amazon comes in, do they have the same clout that they might have in the US market when we're talking about, what their relationships are over in China? But I disagree with you a little bit, and I'm
Oh,
curious what you think
let's
about
get it
this. Like,
going.
so I think this could be a massive opportunity for Amazon, like
Hmm.
huge. Because I think if you look at the brands, I was even shocked by this, but if you look at the brands that are most beloved by Gen Z, again, the generation that's holding the most buying power that any generation at this existing age, Amazon is consistently ranked among their favorites and in some cases even in the top 10 of their
Mm-hmm.
favorite brands. So
Mm-hmm.
I have to ask you, Chris, if you're
Another
ordering,
question. All
I
right.
do. I have to ask you this question. So if you're going to order, let's say like shoe organizers for your closet or something,
Mm-hmm.
something like
Mm-hmm.
that. Are you more
Mm-hmm.
comfortable ordering that from Amazon as a US consumer? Are you more comfortable
Mm-hmm.
ordering that from Amazon or
Mm-hmm.
from Temu?
It's a good question. Yeah, it's a really good question. So that's what's tough for me on this. It depends on the user experience because I talked to the folks at Temu for like 30,
Yeah.
45 minutes one day.
Yeah.
And they say while the direct to factory model is part of it, it's also the gamification and the user interface is also part of this. And so
True.
the
That's a
Amazon
good point.
experience, as you're describing it, operates and behaves differently. But with that said, like, could I, as a young consumer, be browsing Amazon and looking for storage organization solutions that are cheap? Yes, I could. So maybe they get some of this business, that they've been losing to Temu and Shein, but I don't know that they can ever get the total amount. I don't know that they can ever just like shut them out of the market at this point. I think that's the point I'm trying to make here is like
Yeah, true.
they it just seems like this is a hard game for Amazon to stand up and play entirely new because it's a different way of doing e-commerce. I don't know.
It totally is. But answer the question. Who would you rather order from, Amazon or Temu as a US consumer?
Probably Amazon. Yeah, I think that
I would
point I would
agree.
concede to you for
I would
sure.
agree. If all things are equal, like price is comparable, I mean everything else, the quality of the product, it looks the same, the images are the same. I would also go with Amazon. And my hunch is there's a lot of people in the US that would also go to Amazon before ordering something from Temu or from Shein if it's the same thing. So you make a great point, I think, about making sure that the gamification and the shopping experience is there. But I think if they can do it, there's a huge opportunity in the US for them.
Yeah, the other part about this, though, that you got me thinking about is seller ratings are also really important on Amazon. And so Amazon's always very transparent of that. So, like, if customers start to get dissatisfied with that, Amazon's going to probably showcase that a little bit more too. So yeah, this is a really great conversation. I have no idea which way it's going to play, but you can tell that Amazon is definitely focused on trying to figure this out.